Joining us now for more on DACA's latest challenge is Sonia Diaz, founding director of the UCLA Latino Policy and Politics Institute. Good morning to you. Thanks for being with us.
Thanks so much.
So Sonia, you have previously described this as a soap opera and a roller coaster. So help us understand why all the constant challenges to this program.
It's about politics. And so the challenge from the state of Texas, along with 8 other conservative states, to the DACA program that's at issue in front of the Fifth Circuit is really about the politics of the Trump administration and also the politics of Texas. And so what we saw here is years and years after President Obama announced DACA, that it's been one of the most successful programs as it relates to immigrants. We've seen data from my shop at UCLA and Dr. Raul Hinojosa saying that DACA recipients, if awarded full citizenship, would add $112 billion to the economy. We have states like Texas that are suing that they are harmed by DACA because they have to provide things like health insurance or other types of social services.
What are you expecting from the court today?
There's 3 options. The Fifth Circuit, again, this is 3 judges, all conservative in terms of their appointments by Republican presidents, can either disagree with the district court and Judge Haynen and throw his findings out. And that would allow DACA to continue. So current DACA holders would continue to be able to renew, but most importantly, newly eligible DACA recipients would be able to enter into the program. Right now, they're in limbo. Option number 2 is that the Fifth Circuit says, we agree with the district court. And in that ways, then the district court is going to have to really figure out what that means. And there will likely be an appeal by the state of New Jersey, by the Mexican American Legal Defense and Educational Fund, and by the Biden administration. Now, the other option essentially could be, we need this to go back to the district court to actually see if there was standing by the state of Texas in harm. Because again, the district court didn't have a full trial. They granted Texas's motion for summary judgment, and then it worked its way up to the Fifth Circuit, which is very conservative in terms of that courts of appeal.
You know, I just read this tweet just minutes ago, Sonia, of this frustrated woman. She's angry at the Democrats, who she accuses of doing nothing to help DACA recipients. Talk a little bit about the political impact of today's ruling as we near midterms, but also, you just were mentioning President Biden. You know, he campaigned on this promise to protect and expand programs like DACA.
Yeah, and that's what you'll hear from a lot of immigrant rights advocates and some of the dreamers themselves. You know, they can't continue to be on this roller coaster in this legal limbo. It seems as though the Supreme Court has already ruled on DACA, including its subsequent program, the Deferred Action for Parents. And so this is just something that is going in and out of our federal courts. All the while, we have people who are in legal limbo, who have mortgages, car payments, are fighting in our armed services or essential workers on the front lines. So ultimately, there's a fix here. Congress can act, and also President Biden can act. That said, as it relates to DACA, the Biden administration is working through the rulemaking process to present a new regulation as it pertains to DACA, and that gets rid of one of the legal issues. But by and large, you can expect a conservative state to sue.
Sonia Diaz, founding director, UCLA Latino Policy and Politics Institute. Thank you very much for joining us this morning and offering your perspective.
Thank you so much.
As we head out to break, check out this drone footage, everybody, coming at you just in moments here. There it is. Griffith Observatory is what you're looking at from overhead. It's beautiful. It's glorious.